everyone, Christina Werner here with another video for assignmentsstamp.com. Today I'm playing with a few of the supplies from the January 2020 card kit. We have the stamp set called Warmest Wishes and the Faceted Snowflakes 3D embossing folder. I'm going to start out with the embossing folder first. I have some 110 pound Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock here. It's cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm using my Distress sprayer to spritz it with just a fine mist of water, kind of swishing it through the air, letting it dry a little bit, and then putting it into the embossing folder, which I'll run through my die cutting machine. The reason why I spray the cardstock is because it softens the fibers of the paper and helps it to not crack when it goes through and is embossed. So you can see those beautiful snowflakes on that now. And you could use either side. I'm going to use the side that's bumped up so it has a little texture. Now I've got the Nested Circles die set from Simon, and I'm picking out one that's a nice size for my card, just kind of the largest size I can get without it being too big. I've cut that out of some white cardstock, and now I'm going to do some ink blending on that cardstock. I'm using Hydrangea ink and also the color Royal, both from Simon, and I'm using a mini water media mat from Waffle Flower to hold my die cut circle in place. It almost helps the paper just stick and not move around. So even though right now I'm kind of holding the paper down, or I think I am, I'm really not. You'll see in a minute here that when I move the circle and go to the royal color, that you don't need to hold down the paper while you're ink blending. It stays pretty much in place. So I just blended the purple from one side and blended the blue from the other side, overlapped them. And I wanted the blue to come over into the purple a little bit more than halfway because my plan is to have this circle on my card and then have the snow people from the stamp set kind of overlapping the bottom of the circle. So I wanted just a dark blue at the bottom, and then there would be the area at the top that's more purple. So now I've got my ink blending done. So I'm moving on to the stamping of the snow people. I'm using that same white cardstock that I used for my circle, which is some 80 pound Neenah Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. And I'm stamping the images multiple times using a MISTI with intense black ink from Simon. I'll be coloring these images with Copic markers, so I needed a Copic friendly ink. I'm going to do a bunch of coloring today, so I'm going to turn on some music so you can watch all the coloring happen, and then I'll also fussy cut all of these images out after I'm finished coloring. So I did end up using scissors to cut these images out, but there are dies available for the stamp set. I just didn't have them on hand. I'm now going to start assembling the card a little bit. I'm using some dot runner adhesive from Simon to adhere the embossed panel to my card base. I put down lots of adhesive so all the areas on the back of my panel will stick to my card base. This was just a previously prepared card base. I'm now taking all of the elements that I've prepared over to my MISTI, and I'm sort of just placing them. I haven't glued anything down except for that embossed panel. But this is the general idea of what my card is going to look like. I wanted to get an idea of placement for where I need to stamp the greetings. So I'm using one of the greetings that says, "Let it snow." And then I'm using a smaller secondary greeting stamp that says "Snowy Greetings." And I just wanted to see how much space I had at the, in the top half of that circle so that I could stamp those and it wouldn't interfere with the snow people I'm going to put at the bottom. So I lifted that up gently and then put that down into the corner of my MISTI. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to pick up the stamps and then I'm going to test this ink blended circle to make sure that it's ready for heat embossing. When you do ink blending on cardstock, it just puts down a lot of ink and it can take quite some time to dry. If your ink is not dry, it will do exactly what you're seeing right now, which is just attract powder to every area. And we don't want that. We only want the powder to go on the areas we're going to stamp. So by testing it first, you just have a good idea. Okay, it's not dry. I'm going to have to dry it myself or, give it some time. So I used my heat tool to speed up the drying, and now the powder slides right off. So I know that I am ready for all of my stamping and heat embossing. So I've put my circle back into the corner of my MISTI. I'm using an anti-static powder tool, and then I'll be stamping my greetings with the Versamark ink. Versamark is a great ink for, all of your stamping and embossing because it stays sticky for a long time. So you don't have to rush applying your powder. Very gently walked my fingertips over that to stamp the words. And then I sprinkled on some alabaster embossing powder from Brutus Monroe. I hit that with a heat tool until it was melted. And then I put this back into the corner of my MISTI, but up at the top this time. Got the snow people at the bottom. I just wanted to see where there were gaps in the design so I could stamp some snowflakes. So there are actually 4 snowflakes in the stamp set. I'm just using 3, all different sizes. And I'm going to be stamping and white heat embossing these as well. So I decided to just go ahead and leave the snow people in there. They're not interfering with anything right at this moment. So I'll stamp those snowflakes and then pick up the piece, apply my embossing powder, and hit it with the heat tool once again. Now I'm going to be adding additional snowflakes to this using a white gel pen, but those are going to be really simple, mostly just dots of white. I'm using some foam adhesive to adhere my ink blended and stamped circle. And just near the, top half of the card so that I have room at the bottom to adhere the snow people. And I put some foam adhesive on the back of those as well. So now I'm taking my white gel pen. This is a size 10 bold jelly roll pen. I really like this bold size. I think it works a lot better than the smaller sizes, which are 0.8 and 0.5. I think those, if you need a really thin line, are good, but I have found better results using this number 10 bold jelly roll pen. So I did some little dots and also some little crisscross sparkles, and that finishes the card. Just a reminder that all the supplies I've used today are available at simonsystamp.com, including the card kit where you can get this stamp set, the embossing folder, and lots of other supplies as well. Thanks so much for watching today. I will catch you guys in another video here at the Simon Says Stamp YouTube channel very soon.